Hi, will you have breakfast with me? Actually, I'd like to invite you to breakfast in October, November, and December, one Saturday each of this month. I'd like to have um, a meeting tagged breakfast with Pastor May. During these meetings, which are going to be nice, just nice informal breakfast meetings, we will discuss issues that are very, very pertinent or important to women, to everybody in general. The program is actually titled Breakfast with Pastor May, changing the way we think about sex, communication, and finances. I'm going to I don't have all the answers, really. That's why I'm inviting you to breakfast so that we can open up these issues and really talk about them. These are issues that, depending on the way we think, we could either succeed or be on the failing side. I'm just based on the way we think. The Bible says, as a man thinks, or as a woman thinks in his heart, so is he or so is she in this particular situation. Over the last 1 year, I've just taken some time to look at what God has to say, and even some research on women and how the way women think affects our outlook to life, in business, in career, and in finance, in money. How do we think about money? I remember a few years ago, I was having dinner with a business friend or a friend and his wife. We were actually talking business, IT business. And he said something, I realized a long time ago that I like to spend money and I like nice things. So I decided that I would have to make lots of money and think of ways to make that money. And that struck me as being interesting because, hey, women like to spend money. We like to go to the mall. We like to shop. We like to do all these things. But what if instead of just realizing that you ought not to overshoot your budget and you ought to not to spend this much money, or feeling guilty because you have just, again, spent more than you planned to spend? What if instead of that guilty feeling, we reconditioned our minds that if I need to spend this much money, then I need to increase my capacity to make wealth? What are some of the ways we can change in our thinking so that, well, we have a healthy relationship with finances? We're not afraid of finances. We're not afraid of issues such as investment, such as, growing money, such as running businesses, such as improving our career and things like that. Changing the way we think about money, changing the way we think about communication. Have you ever been in a situation where what you said, which was heard differently from what you intended to communicate, created a rift in relationship? Or maybe you are married, you're in a relationship, a marital relationship, and every time it seems like your spouse never gets you. And it seems like, well, you wait until things get so pent up. You get so pent up that you are never able to really talk or communicate, and you keep feeling that, how can I get people to get me, to understand me? Okay, thinking the way we think, changing the way we think about communication. How do we communicate more effectively? And then the issue of sex. How come the single girls that are not supposed to be having all the sex are the ones having it, and the married women that are supposed to be doing it are the ones complaining they are tired? What actually happens there? How does our thinking affect our ability to obey God in this area and actually hold sex with the godly perspective that we ought to? So we're really going to not shy away from any of these topics and talk about them. We take a topic a month, and over breakfast, I don't have all the answers, but I'm hoping you'll be there so that maybe the wisdom that we need, or the information we need, or the perspective we need to just complete that breakfast meeting will come from you. So again, I ask you, will you come have breakfast with me? I'd like to see you there at Breakfast with Pastor May in October, in November, and in December. Watch out for more information on social media. See you there.